Welcome back to another one of my food reviews. Tonight I'm going to be reviewing another instant noodle soup from Asia, specifically Japan. Tonight it is snowing again. Actually, it's a hail-snow mixture. It's mid to late March here in Philadelphia, and we're having another coastal storm. Is that it? Coastal storm? Anyway, that's perfect for another soup review on a nice cold day. By the way, I hope all the 10 viewers that are watching this had a happy St. Patrick's Day 2018. This is the instant miso soup. It includes fried bean curd. There's 8 servings inside of this. So let me give you some history or information about miso soup that I learned, and I could share the information with you. First off, the stock of most miso soups is called dashi. I have heard of that before. It's like a broth using wine, or sake maybe. I think the previous, on episode 1 of my newer food reviews, I did a review on udon noodles, and that was also had the dashi. Now, miso soup is made mostly out of fermented soybeans. And another particular thing I can't pronounce, but it's a fungus actually. But that doesn't surprise me. That's a fungus is a relative to mushrooms, and that's, I know, shiitake, and that's a familiar thing in Japan. And rice barley. So basically fermented soybeans, some sort of fungus, rice, and barley makes the basics of miso soup. And it says the longer you ferment these soybeans, the redder and the more intense the flavor will get of miso soups. And you can actually use different combos in miso soup. It doesn't always have to be the same. It could be like a seafood combo with oysters or clams, or even red meats. So the instant miso soup is an actual product of Japan. The brand is called Shinsyu. I don't think I can say this. Miko brand. See that? This is the front of the package. There's like a little anime girl kneeling. Then up here, it animates what's going to be in the soup. I think that's the bean curd, green onion, soybeans, and seaweed. Please tell me if I'm right on that. And here's the back of the bag. You can see the little picture of what it's going to look like at the end. It's got heating directions. It's an actual product of Japan. But the sodium is a little bit high, 820 milligrams per serving, which is to be expected, like most soups are high in sodium. But this is the part that freaks me out the most. Warning. This product contains chemicals known to the state of California that cause cancer, birth defects, and other reproductive harm.
Oh my.
Now that freaks me out just a little bit. But I think what they're saying is, I'm hoping what they mean is that it's almost like cigarettes could cause cancer, or, aerosol from the spray paint cans, or anything that's pressurized with aerosol. could cause cancer if repetitively used. That's what I hope they mean by this. But, man, if I saw this as a kid and saw that warning on the back, I would be terrified of this bag. Like, all I had to do was touch it and I would get cancer. That's the differences between some people's fears as a child. Some it's Freddy Krueger and Jason. But to me, it's warnings like that and things like the Hope Diamond that are inanimate objects, but if you look at it, it could possibly kill you or give you cancer. Alright. I'm freezing. I can't wait to cook this up. I'm going to take this out to the kitchen right now, fire it up, and see what we got. Let's see what the inside looks like. Okay, so here is the garnish packets. And here is the... Wow, look at that. What does that remind anybody of?
Oh my.
So this is the paste? Yeah, the paste packet. And this is where you get your 8 servings from. You got 8 garnish and 8 paste to make 8 cups of miso soup. So empty miso paste and garnish of each packet into a mug or a small bowl. Add 2/3 cup of boiling water and mix gently. Enjoy miso soup. Alright, that seems pretty simple. Here's the garnish. Wow, it's really not that much, huh? So that's the fried bean curd. The green onion, darker green, is the seaweed. Next goes in the paste. Almost looks like one of those pumpkin pasta sauces, the color. It's a almost an orange or a very light brown color. And the last step is your 2/3 cup of warm water. Alright, let me take this back to the desk and examine it further. Okay, first off, there's 2 things that I smell. The seafood smell, once again. It seems very hard to get away from that seafood smell with these particular Asian soups. But that's to be expected. It's to be expected because, you know, they have a lot of seafood ingredients. Besides that, I smell the green onion, which is good. I like the onion smell. And it's that dry seaweed that probably gives it that seafood smell. I mean, it almost smells like an aquarium. I don't mean... and that's something I've been getting used to. I've been getting used to it more and more because I like that sushi nori paper. I can eat it just like plain with salt. So I'm getting over that. I'm just stating what it reminds me of. I'm really hoping this isn't really good because there's 7 more servings, and that cancer thing is still freaking me out a little bit. So because if this is really good, I'm gonna want to eat all those packets. I won't be using chopsticks this time, only because there's not enough volume in here to really grab onto. It's more of like a broth with just a little bit of a garnish. And you can see that it is, if I dump this into like a cereal bowl, it would be like about that size. Alright, let's get in here. When you stir it up, it gets more harder to see through because you're actually mixing all of the powder substances together. Alright, let's taste this. Ooh, that's a big piece of the sushi nori. I'm not that brave. Let me wait till maybe my 3rd bite for that one. Alright, I'm going to start off with the bean curd.
Let's go, baby.
Mmm. Wow. Man, it's so powerful, that seafood taste. Oh, that's a shame. Maybe it's because these are instant noodles. Maybe if I tried authentic cuisine with different options, it would taste differently. But the bean curd, like just absorbs the taste of that seafood. So I know this sushi nori thing is going to be intense. Let me just try the broth. Tastes just like the bean curd. Exactly. Same. Yeah, fishy taste. Like fishy or clam. That kind of taste. Now for the sushi nori or seaweed. I mean, this is real seaweed here. I mean, I could feed this to my fish in my aquarium. They would love this stuff. Ooh. Ooh. Almost the same as everything else. Although that's very chewy. The texture is weird. It tastes like you're like if you put like wet paper towel or wet newspaper in your mouth and chewed it. Does that make sense? I don't know, but yeah, something like that. I don't think this is something I could get used to.
Bullshit, man.
But hey, you know, this is all about experimenting. I went to the store, I got something new, tried something different. You always want to try something different out there instead of having the same boring things. You never know what could surprise you. Instead of a personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut or your milkshakes and stuff like that, why don't you think outside of the box and get something else? Okay, now for the rating. Well, unfortunately, the other soup that I had, the udon, Japanese udon noodles, I gave that a 2.5 stars. So that means I'd have to give this one, I'm going to say 2 stars. Just because this one didn't have the noodles and it has that same taste as the udon, almost. But now there's a lack of noodles. And everything in this tastes identical. There's like 4 different ingredients, but they all taste exactly the same. There's no like individual taste to it. So there you have it. There is my review of the Japanese Instant Miso Soup with fried bean curd. Have a good night.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.